welcome back to the Motherland job. Anyone want to summarize the job so far?
We're accusing someone of heresy and also giving them tea.
Heresy.
Sure. The crew is trying to attack the reputation of a Vladov expat to get another much less well-off Russian Vladov expat out of jail. And they did some information gathering by inviting him to one of the crew's tea house that they run and just eavesdropping. And it wasn't actually that fruitful, so now they're gonna do another planning scene, I guess, to try and figure out what their actual plan of attack is, because they've got, after this, 2 time segments left.
2.5.
Well, this planning section is going to take up 1. Is going to take up the next morning.
Oh, right.
And then you'll have the evening, and then the next day, and that'll be it.
So they actually have to do something.
So, are you going to use Alfons' family house again?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that to lay off the heat a bit.
All right.
I want to hang out with Alphon's mom.
She's gonna...
When are you going to bring home a real girl?
When are you gonna bring home a real girl? Comes home with 2 girls and an older woman.
This isn't what I meant, Alphonse! Come on!
All right. So 15 minutes starting now.
Alright, so we're all pretty clear that we're going to accuse this guy of heresy, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just kind of trying to figure out how.
Yeah, that's the big thing. How?
Yeah. This guy has a lot of nervous tics. Did anybody else notice that?
I was in the kitchen. I didn't know anything.
Okay. Well,
I guess I would have seen it, but it wouldn't have really been a big...
Well, you would have
thing
been
on the
informed.
radar.
That information would have been spread around. You know what everyone knows after a legwork scene is done.
Yeah, okay.
So can I basically tell them I cannot be seen by Dmitri?
Why?
There's a history. I really shouldn't be seen by him.
Fair enough.
We'll talk about it later. Not
Okay.
now.
Of course.
I've heard also through the grapevine that Alec has a journal that he kind of writes his things down on. Be something personal to him.
Steals
found
journal, writes practice magic, 10 o'clock.
Heresy.
I don't know. Can you write in his handwriting?
Possibly?
That would
Yes.
involve going back in and finding it,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't find the first time I went in. It's probably going to be harder to get in the second time.
Likely.
Very likely.
I mean,
Is it possible to imbue an item with magic?
that seems like something I would do. I mean, I do have...
You don't really know.
I can
I mean,
try.
Well, every sorcerer's specialty has sort of magical items or focuses that they use.
Yeah, I have... Trix does have an orb. She doesn't use it, but she does have one.
Because, I mean, if we could imbue an item with a bunch of, magic and stash it in his house, we could just go to the church and have them sort it out for us.
That is what I have. It's just like a magic... It's basically a crystal ball.
Especially if he's cataloging items with them, if they go in and find something he hasn't cataloged, that's going to look really, really bad.
Hmm.
So if you could try and maybe plant some of my magical items in his place, and then I just set off some magic at night. In the morning, they'll be like, wait, what was it? We should check that out. And then we're getting done for heresy. Because he'll have magical shit that's not catalogued.
Would you be able to, I don't know, set fire? Or...
Yes. I mean, I can set fire the way that people normally set fires.
No, it sets off, pretend fire.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I mean, I'll have to
Enough that it's noticeable and people come and then they realize, wait, this is real fire. Wait a second, this is magic because it's not burning anything.
So you want me to magically set the house on fire?
Yes.
Just a part of the house on fire, not all of it.
I make no promises that I won't set the entire house on magical fire.
Well,
Or
don't
you want magical
actually
fire.
set it on fire. As long
I'm
as
not actually going to set the house on fire. It will be magic fire.
the point is that if you touch it, it's not hot and it doesn't burn.
Yes.
So that
is
it's very
magic fire.
clearly magic when the guards investigate it.
Okay, but
Something
why would he
most
set his own
definitely-
house on fire?
Because
it
magic is
backfired.
dangerous.
Because magic is dangerous and it backfired.
He was playing with objects that are beyond the mortal keen and his control.
Like that
He was
necklace?
not great and
He lost
powerful.
he lost the necklace, tried to get another one, or tried to get another device to do the similar thing. It didn't do exactly what it was
lost the
supposed to do.
necklace, and he didn't want to have to go and get another one, so he tried to make one.
Does the necklace negate magic or just dampen its effects?
You don't know yet.
We do
You-
not.
you
Because if
have-
we knew.
Wait,
Have-
could we use a scene to find out?
But we do have the necklace, and we do have someone that has magic.
Dago, do your thing.
Maybe not take it with you because it's kind of listed as stolen.
Anyway, yeah, I vote we just basically stuff a bunch of magical crap into his house and then go tell the authorities about it.
We stuff a bunch of magical stuff in his house, set off some magic, and let the authorities do the rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So what we're saying is we have to get in again, have to plant this thing in there without getting caught, have it set off, and
Oh,
then
well, you don't have to have it set off. I can set off magic.
well, yeah, that.
Yeah. The main thing is you. Well, it's generally going to be you.
It is going to be me. It's always
You're
me.
going to need to get in there and
Yes.
plant the magic.
Mom, do you want to help me get in?
No, because I need Mum
Yeah.
to bail me out.
No, I can do both.
Jeez.
Actually, no. That could work well. Yeah, no. Actually, no. We can do that because then I can potentially bribe someone to do a thing. It'll be great. We'll work it out.
Wait, for someone to do a thing, what?
I don't know. I just want to use my bribe power for something.
You just want
Like-
to bribe.
Use it
I'll
to bribe
figure it
so
out
I
when we get
can.
there.
No, because I'm trying to figure out what we're doing. Bribe someone to look the other way as I try and sneak inside? Question mark.
I was just gonna see if I could bribe someone to have left a door open for you, but I didn't do it during my other scene.
Bribe
We'll
someone,
work it out.
bribe
yeah, that-
someone to investigate his house for magic items without asking how you know this.
Cleaner
Not a
specific.
nice tip.
Not sure
Direct-
that's a minor task.
During a scene you are in, you can choose a judge-controlled character to be someone you have bribed. The character must be a minion or background character not pivotal to the scene. The character performs a minor task for you, unlocks a door, points out an undercover officer of the City Watch, ignores a crime being witnessed, then exits the scene. They take no risks to their safety or freedom. You cannot use this ability again until the next day or night segment.
They'd be going along with Katya and
7 minutes.
seeing if there's a
Wow,
groundsman
that's
or
more
something.
time than I thought we had.
Yeah, right? And yeah, basically going along with Katya and seeing if there's a groundsman or something I could have bribed to basically let her in to drop off a package.
Yep.
And not ask any questions.
Well, it's not a noble district. He doesn't have staff. It's just his own building.
Oh. Well, I'm out of ideas. You're on your own.
You could just-
Well, you said he does have guards or whatever, right? Could bribe one of
No,
them.
it's just that there are guards.
Yeah, but I
there's-
have to do the bribing when I'm in. I have to choose the bribe target when I'm actually in the scene, don't I?
Well,
Yeah.
you can always just go with me and keep the bribe for in case somebody sees me set off the magic and be like, yeah, no, you didn't see anything.
Yeah. Look, up to you guys.
What do you want me
I'm
to
also
do?
not going to little legwork the scene, so I can do the clean the scene stuff.
This is
Would you-
basically a giant drama scene, isn't it?
This is going to be you breaking in and then me setting all hell loose.
Basically.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know. What do you
outside?
want to do, Diego?
It's a
I
playing
don't know.
scene, so you can make an alchemical concoction.
I suppose. Anything particular you think I could make?
Make something magical.
Make me stealth better.
Mm.
Or
Give us
no,
smoke bombs.
No. Give me a thing that will melt locks.
An acid.
Yes.
Acid.
Okay. I could do that.
Is it just one?
During a planning scene, you can create one alchemical object, compound, or device that
Damn.
you describe to the judge.
One bottle of acid.
Yeah.
Make a device that automatically picks locks.
You must describe the end result. Okay, so a bottle of acid that melt through a lock, how it's used, pour on
To
lock,
melt
it's
through a
liquid. Name at least one aspect of its use that's dangerous to the user.
It's
Melt through your
acid.
hand. Yeah,
Burn my hands. It's fine.
could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Okay, then I will do so.
Woohoo.
So you make the acid, you get in and plant the shit, I set hell loose.
I watch
Mom
over and make
makes
sure
tea.
none of you children trip
Mama
over
makes
your own
tea
tea.
and watches the daycare and then bails me out because I'm
You're a bad
Probably.
child.
she doesn't care. It's fucking this is Trix's thing. She just gets to let loose with the magic, which is not going to end well.
All right,
No, it won't.
we have our plan. Let's do this before we talk ourselves out of it.
4 minutes left. What is the plan?
The plan is for Avis to sneak over the fence, I guess, and drop off a package.
Avis is going to sneak into the place and plant magical shit, so when I set magic off at night, obviously I'm not going to do it at day.
Yep.
And then after that happens, I guess me
We're just
and
gonna send
Alfons will go to the church and be like, as concerned citizens, this is happening. Go investigate it.
Well, they're probably gonna come anyway if it's on fire.
I was going to be more than on fire.
Hmm.
It's not going to literally be on fire, but
Can you make the fire green? Make it really obviously magical.
I can make the fire rainbow.
Sweet, do that.
Rainbow. Do
But
it.
yeah, that's our plan.
Do
That's
that.
the entirety of our plan, and it is great.
I am going to need somebody to go with me, or at least be nearby, because if
All
it
right, I'll
goes
go
wrong,
with Trix then.
if it goes wrong, I'm not going to be conscious.
All right, I'll go with Trix, which means Alphonse will go to the church.
Well, did you want me to make the acid or go to the church?
Well, you make the acid in this planning scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
You're making the acid right now.
Woo! Acid, yeah.
Not that kind of acid.
2.5
I can do
minutes.
both.
You
That
could do both.
exact kind of
So
acid.
as this is described right now, it's going to be a drama scene. It's going to be
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be legwork.
All right.
Sounds
The
like a
majority
solid
of what's
plan.
happened.
You set stuff off. I'll go report it to the authorities.
Question: what are you going to plant there?
Magic
Trixie's
shit.
orb thing.
Trixie's orb thing.
Yes, my blatantly, obviously heretical magical orb thing.
Let's see. What is a glowing crystal sphere? Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I could put a flaming eye in it if that could make it look more heretical.
Hobbits
Just
not
spell
included.
I commit heresy in the air in giant gold letters with an
Shut
arrow
up.
pointing down.
It's just a giant neon sign that says heresy.
All right, minute and a half.
Yeah, I think we've got our plan is down pat as we're going to get this plan.
Very smash and grab, this group.
We are not known for... I mean, we actually are known for stealth, but...
How is this in any way smash and grab? This is
You're
planting and
you're
going
gonna-
and
You're going to break
Yell
and
at
enter,
other
and then you're going to create a big fire.
This isn't so much smash and grab as it is smash and place.
It's stealth and run.
It's stealth and place instead of
It's still
smash and
us. It's
grab.
still stealth.
it's stealth and misdirection.
It's stealth and magic, which is heavily exactly what we've done in every single session.
Yeah, honestly, it's
I do
pretty
something
much-
stealthy. Smarty does magic.
More
No.
distraction than stealth.
Hmm.
Nah, it's fine. We got this.
All right.
Totally fine. Let's just go.
All right, I guess we are going to do this. All right, it is the evening. I'm going to put 4 heat on the stack for a total of 16. We're not going to get to 30 today, more's the pity.
We tried.
So close to your.
You all
No,
tried.
if you hadn't used the 4 during the T scene, you could have had your 20.
Oh,
for your-
jeez.
Well, the result of that is there is a set of city watchmen a squad of city watchmen standing outside his place, standing guard, because there was a robbery there. So that'll be your first obstacle. And
Okay.
Katya already knows that most of the entrances are very secure.
To the roof! Where less people can see because it's 3 floors up.
Then I guess...
No, don't.
Alright. Then what? If not that, then what?
Are they standing out front?
Yeah, they're standing up front.
Or can we get to the back of the house?
The back of the house is sort of it's off the main street, so it's like it's kind of nestled in between a bunch of other buildings.
I've just been assuming that there's buildings around it, and I just climb around the other buildings and then jump onto it.
Just
Alright.
Like
parkour it.
Batman.
Okay, then climb,
Katya is Batman.
climb, jump, and tumble with a challenge die.
I was gonna make Trix the tick.
Oh, it's
I
still
haven't seen
80.
that show in years.
1 challenge.
Yep,
Hey!
that's
Nice.
quite a success.
Flawless victory.
All right,
Katya is Batman confirmed.
I am Ezio Auditore.
So you climb up to the roof entrance, but you find it has been boarded shut.
Acid!
Acid.
It melt through the boards.
Well, what kind of boards are you talking about? Because blocks are usually metal, so if it's boards that are wood, it's clearly going to melt through that too.
All right.
Acid!
Use an alchemical object then. Which
Going
I
to
don't think
burn
is
my
a
hands
skill
off.
of yours.
No, it's not. Let's burn my hands off. Just succeed! I love today.
48.
We are the
everything
best at
else.
50% skills, I swear.
All right, you managed to use it properly.
I'm good at
Spreading it-
skills I
spreading-
shouldn't have.
Spreading it out just enough so that it eats through, not the wooden boards themselves, but the nails holding the boards down, so that you don't end up using too much and like eating through, the stone of the roof. And you manage to unblock, and the lock is still broken from when you broke in last time. So, but you do hear some muffled voices as you reach for the trap door, as though someone, 2 people actually, it sounds like, have walked into that bedroom or that particular room, and you hear one of them is probably Alec, but there is someone else with him.
Can I wait a little bit, and listen?
Yeah, it's very hard to hear through the layers of the roof and the trap door, not without opening it a little bit, but from last time it kind of creaks.
We're just going to wait then.
All right. After a while, the voices move away.
Slipping in.
All right. I'm going to say make a roll to sneak around with 1 advantage and 1 challenge, because you've been here before, but there's,
Heightened
someone else
security.
here now. Yeah. Because they're watching out for break-ins too. Nothing and nothing. Okay.
Wow.
Nothing
Today
special.
is my birthday.
So, you drop down into the room that trapdoor is connected to, which I'm going to say is just like an attic storage type room. And you sort of hug one of the walls, one of the doorways, and you hear pretty clearly Alex speaking with someone in another room. And that someone sounds just on the surface level rather pious. You hear the shuffling of a robe.
I'm gonna listen in, unless there's somewhere I could probably place. This is an attic storage
Yeah.
that I'm in.
Well, it's a storage room with a ladder leading up
Right.
to the roof.
And because the smart thing would be to leave the item here and let it go off, but the more intelligent thing would be to get it into his room, so it's clearly his. And they're below me, yeah?
Now they're on the same floor as you.
Oh. So there's only like one way out of where I'm in, and that's through the room they're in?
No, there's a connecting sort of larger living space, and it sort of branches out into several rooms, including the bedroom.
Okay, and they're not in the bedroom.
They are, but you can wait for a while and listen to them speak.
I'm going to do that.
And you can hear that it sounds like Alex talking to a priest of the Silver Judge, and he's talking about how worried he is about losing that artifact, and he says, I'm just very concerned about the sorcery in general, and he's just rambling on and on about how afraid he is, and the priest is going, well, if you could tell me what specifically you're afraid of, we might be able to help, and Alec just refuses to give him a clear answer. What I kind of want to ask now is, what's going on outside while Katya's sneaking in? Are you just waiting for her to give you a signal?
Waiting for her to get out and give the signal. I'm like round the back. I'm not going to be near the front with all the guards.
I mean, yeah, nothing can really be done until this thing is placed.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for her to give the signal and just let loose.
All right.
Unleash the magic.
Man, I'm having to act between two of my own characters a lot today. They move out into the living quarters, and Alex sits down and says, You have a confidentiality thing, right, Father? I can confide in you. And the Father sort of is silent for a little while and says, for a certain donation, the priest says, you can, commit your wealth to a good cause, and that can tip the scales in your favor. And in exchange, I can hear some of your troubles. Sounds to you like, he's soliciting an indulgence. And Alex just like, well, maybe. But yeah, eventually they move down the staircase to the floor below, and you're given an opportunity to move about.
I want to get into the bedroom, maybe place this under the bed, make it kind of look like it belongs there.
Mm-hmm.
And is being hidden.
Actually, roll to conceal an object.
Okay. Darn. There's my luck.
Well, this might be one you can just let fail, but it would be less convincing that, he was trying to hide it here.
Well, I mean, we're about to make things go up in smoke, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Nope. We're good. Okay. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. So you managed to sneak your way up and out, and I guess eventually make your way back to the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Excited are we over there?
Just a little.
Uh-huh.
That's actually what she does. As soon as she get out, she just rubs her hands together.
Yep.
So just a small warning, there is a priest in there, so don't fuck up.
I make no promises.
I'm telling you to make one.
So,
Oh boy.
Use sorcery with 4 challenge dice.
I have full faith in you.
Did you use your influence yet?
What? For what? Exactly.
Succeed on a task automatically without rolling dice.
No,
Where's the fun in that?
That's not how that works. And you'd also have to justify how the Mummers cartel helps in that regard.
By being really supportive.
That's what I've got you for.
Okay.
Exactly.
3 drawbacks.
Boy.
Oh, it's fine. We got this.
Everything's fine.
No, it's not. What's wrong?
It looks like actual fire.
Well, I mean, that's the idea.
No, we were going to have rainbow fire. It looks like actual fire now.
That's not enough of a drawback. Come on.
That's just one.
So basically, yeah.
It's not a drawback at all, because either way, it does what you wanted it to.
Darn it.
Going all out with the magic. The house doesn't necessarily get set on fire, but there's birds, cards, fireworks, all sorts of magical shit. And she's just like, yeah!
Buildings next to them also catch on magical fire?
There is magical fire. It's probably not going where it should, but generally she's just causing a massive spectacle, and then she passes out. She's just like setting off this massive major show, and then she just drops to her knees and falls backwards.
I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, why not? You're reduced to 0 luck, and the fire and spectacle is spreading much larger than just that one building, and you sort of started cackling uncontrollably.
Yeah, she basically just went mad with power, and then went unconscious because she couldn't handle it, and her brain mentally shut down.
You're briefly unconscious, but you're very tired.
Yeah. She couldn't handle that much power, so her brain basically forced her body to shut down before she permanently injured herself.
Yes. So the building is now enormously on fire, or at least appears to be. It's not actually burning anyone inside. The City Watch immediately fly into a panic. Some of them run off to seek whatever.
Report heresy.
Report heresy. Go, Digo, go!
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
They aren't responding to this like it's magic. They're responding to this like it's fire right now.
They're going to go and get the fire brigade, or whatever was the fire brigade.
Steampunk fire brigade.
The steampunk fire brigade.
Yes. And the priest storms out of the front door after a few minutes, coughing a bit, but saying, No, do not panic. This is not actual fire. It does not burn to touch. This is sorcery. It must be. But then
This is the part where you bail me out.
It's the part where
Whoops
we run.
away.
I'm not here anymore.
one of the upper windows slams open, and Alec sticks his head out and just waving and screaming, "Who did this? I know you're out there! Come show your faces, you cowards! You're not kidding me again!"
I would, but I'm unconscious on the floor.
Just quietly on
Again,
that.
you're not
No,
unconscious. You're not
you.
unconscious.
You're just tired. Come now, friend. Stop being so drunk. Let's get you home.
My mind is my own. My mind is my own. My mind is my own.
She's just got
Jesus.
one. It's like she's drunk, and she's just got one arm around Mama Beck, and she's just like,
Just gonna casually bring Trixanna away, pretending
Yeah.
like she's a little drunk.
You'll have
Yeah.
magic to buy the
Yeah,
great
yes.
powerful Trixanna.
One drink and you're somewhere else. Let's go.
Magic.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes. The
Alcohol
the
is
magical
magic. Let's
butterflies.
go.
I see them too.
What is it with you and other characters leaning on you when they're drunk?
Right?
I don't know.
You've just got one arm over her.
Anyway,
Both her arms over your shoulders and just dragging her away.
So yeah, me and Katya take Trixie elsewhere.
So I guess that just leaves me to watch the
Watch the
mayhem.
fireworks.
because you're clearly innocent of all wrongdoing.
I'm just walking down the street and this weird guy's yelling out in the street.
He's swiftly just ranting and raving and just trying to show people that it's not really happening. It's all in not his head, but everyone else's head, and quickly becoming unhinged.
Hmm.
Do we pass anyone while we take Trixie away?
Bunch of city watchmen rushing towards the scene, and other civilians coming out to see what's going on, trying to figure out if they're in
The
danger
answer
or
is
not.
no.
In that case, then every
Uh,
time we pass a civilian,
No.
I wanna over. No. I've got this. Don't worry. I wanna remark to Katya that the foreigner's gone crazy, and it was only a matter of time.
Saying
wanna
to the
paint-
other foreigner.
Yeah, but we want to paint him as a lunatic because that discredits him, which is
True. I knew there was something wrong with him. I knew it.
comes over here, takes our jobs.
Took my job.
There's something unnatural about it. That all of this. Who's to say he's not the one?
Harris,
Isn't he
heresy's
that
done
guy
by
that
Harris.
ran out of the tea house the other night?
Magic's dangerous. You shouldn't mess with things you don't understand. I bet you that's what happened here.
Away the magician.
Shush. The
Shut up,
drunk
you're
should
drunk.
act like they're drunk.
I did a magic.
No, you looked at the magical butterflies down your pint again, dear. Let's go. You can chase the puppies later.
All right.
Salvage what we can as we leave.
If anything, we made him look like a complete lunatic.
Win. Yes.
We could do better.
We could do better, but
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. You're kind of walking away from the scene, trying to spread gossip to everyone who's coming by to look at the spectacle.
I assume other people are leaving as well because it is kind of fire.
Yeah, as well as that, yeah. Which is all well and good, and then eventually you get far enough away where there aren't as many people anymore. Duck into an alley, and then how much heat do I have? 16?
None.
Oh yeah, 0 now. As you're kind of carrying Trixanna along, is it everybody or is someone staying behind?
I think it's
Just the
me.
girls.
Yeah, I think it's just me and Katya.
So yeah, the ladies.
A crossbow bolt stabs the ground at your feet as I spend all this heat.
I look up, I guess, in the direction of the crossbow bolt.
There is a dark hooded figure in some rather stylish gray and silver gear, holding a dagger, a stiletto knife, and a hand crossbow. On his upper arms seems to be a symbol of the Silver Judge.
Do they have like a title, like cleric or anything?
It's not
Like
public
just
knowledge.
generally.
We're asking what you just summoned.
No. I mean,
assassin seems to be appropriate.
Oh, okay. No, I just didn't know if like church members out in public would be referred to a certain way. Yeah. So I'll just be like, "Good afternoon. How may we be of service?"
He doesn't respond and jumps down into the alley, weapons drawn. No, actually, he doesn't jump down. He one instant he's there, and then he disappears and reappears behind you, teleporting.
Damn bullshit teleporting church members.
Why?
Teleports behind you. Nothing personnel.
Nothing personnel, kid.
But do you know the way?
Let's not do
don't.
that one. Not that one.
Too late.
That one's no good.
Sounds the best.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna repeat my question, I guess.
So he is going
Sir,
to.
our friend is very drunk and we need to bring them home.
He's going to attack Trixanna.
Oh, man.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
That's okay.
And I can't do anything to like change that.
Wow, he just
No.
absolutely misses. Remember,
Nice.
that's the worst possible result. He just like trips over himself. What in the world?
He
You're a
fires
terrible
a
assassin.
warning shot.
I should
You
really
got a bit too confident out if you did nothing personnel, kid.
Right?
Just
I really should stop rolling these out in the open.
it makes it more fun this way. I'm
Uh,
going to give Trixanna to Becky and just like
Yay.
go.
I'm gonna prop Trixanna
Go.
against the wall.
No, go.
I was
God,
finally
gun.
going to inflict a wound. For Pete's sake.
Go. You
You
can
can
fire
probably
while you're
carry a
going.
fire.
Go.
can probably
No.
carry her faster than
You're
I
propping her
can.
against the wall. She's just gonna slide down
Who
it.
has the better run like hell?
You.
Do I?
Probably. What's yours?
65.
Yeah, I don't have it, like, at
Oh.
all. Also, I have a 70% to,
Shoot someone.
shoot someone with a flintlock pistol with a damage of plus 40 that deals 2 wounds on a hit.
I have an 80 to shoot, stat, ab, anyone.
Look,
And
why don't we
eight
just
to-
prop Trixie on a wall and just kill this guy?
Fine.
Trixie's not unconscious, or Trixanna is not unconscious.
Trixanna
Yeah.
shouldn't do anything, though.
But she's also tired and probably, like, a little bit woozy, so we're gonna prop her up against the wall.
It's just
Let's
a
just play with
little
this.
easy.
Okay,
You
fine.
prop her against the wall, she's just gonna slide down it and sit on the floor.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
gonna meet up back with you people and you're all covered in blood.
No, it's fine. We have a cleaner for this exact moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go.
Different kind of cleaner.
Fine.
So whose turn, I guess, if he just went?
Avis.
So just D100
Yeah.
to stab someone. The 28.
All right. You managed to hit him pretty hard, but does not go down. Xencarn.
Cool. So when it says so it says you can push your luck when using a black powder weapon. When you do, for every 10 luck you spend, you increase your chance of success by 20%. Do I have to roll disadvantage when spending luck on something like this?
Yes, but keep in mind the benefit is that instead of getting like 10 for 10, you pay 10 to get 20% chance. But everything else still applies.
How much luck can I spend at a time?
You can push your luck as many times as until you have 4 challenge dice on the roll.
Okay. I'm just gonna fire then. I'm not gonna mess around with that.
Yikes. Let me just look up that aspect.
It'll be
real quick.
anything else because I don't actually have shoot someone as a skill.
How do
That's
you not
true.
have shoot someone with...
I don't know.
That makes 0 sense.
Well, I mean, not every class is trained in shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. See how this goes.
Also,
Thanks.
roll a challenge die.
Hey.
Woo! I mean, challenge die, but still less than 50.
All right.
Hmm.
So, a flintlock pistol is a weapon that grants 40 bonus damage. So that's 77 damage. But I did have you roll the drawback because of an ability he has. So I'm actually going to reduce that by another 10. It's only 67.
Nice.
And also, the gun takes an action to reload, but it is also very loud.
Oh, yeah.
A sharp
It's a
crack
gun.
echoes through the district. No doubt drawing tons of attention.
Oh, yeah. It's
This
about
is why I
as
told you to
subtle
run.
as- It's about as
So-
subtle as a sledgehammer to the face.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Yeah, well. Good
But
while it lasted.
he manages to as you aim the pistol at him, he manages to shift his body in such a way that you don't quite hit a vital area, but you do, pretty
Yeah,
much
man.
shoot through him. He's very surprised
Nice.
to just see you pull out a gun and actually have the, brazenness to shoot it. So, his action is to try and limp away.
Crossbow.
All right then. Roll to shoot someone.
Luck.
Yeah. Well, okay, D10. But you dealt more than enough damage. So,
It's also plus 30 damage.
yeah, so you pretty much shoot him in the head and he goes down. Just out in the middle of the street.
Silent takedown, though.
Yes, so no one heard it, but there weren't
It's
many
a
people out.
crossbow in the back of the head. It's not going to be exactly loud.
Yeah. But he pretty much falls in the middle of the street.
High five, Avis. Now we're murder buddies.
Any witnesses not looking directly at you or your target do not witness the attack. I mean,
I assume you're going to move the body.
yes.
Okay.
I will take Trixanna. You clean up this body.
Can do. I'm gonna, if there's any, body around, I'm just gonna casually bribe them to pretend this didn't happen.
No one saw it. It's fine.
Yeah, sure, I'll just give you that.
Bodies fall out of alleys in New Dunhaven all the time.
It's a drunk man. It's another drunk. Bring him back to the docks.
With a splitting
Yeah.
headache.
Yes.
I was thinking more you just
That's
dump him in an alleyway.
Just drop him in the water. Fine, so because he's dead.
we'll basically drag him into the alley, take his stuff, all his stuff, and
All
then
his
leave.
stuff.
Ooh, I have to look up something then. He has an ornate talisman covered in holy runes, 5 knives and a short sword, and his hand crossbow.
Nice. Taking his stuff.
All
And the
right.
outfit.
Yeah, and whatever clothes he's wearing.
Yep.
Just anything we can shove into a bag, basically, that just doesn't let anyone ID him, and then we'll leave.
Just swaps clothes.
Wait, really?
I mean,
Actually,
'cause
that's
then he
not a
looks
bad
like a
idea.
normal person, and then one of us looks like Church.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea.
Well, one of you looks like
Uh,
he looks like an assassin. He doesn't look super like Church.
Yeah, but he had like that marking on
Yeah,
it
yeah.
that was Silver
d-
Judge.
Yeah.
So I could still swap my clothes with his because that's still assassin-y, but it's not Silver Judge.
Yeah, you can. Although he's probably a little bulkier than you, but
It's fine.
all right.
+1 to disguise.
It makes him look like even more like he's drunk. His clothes are disheveled and they're weird. It's fine.
And also chick clothes.
Someone
Just
would
so-
have a bit.
All right, let's just
Let's not go into this any further.
yeah.
Let's stop abusing this poor corpse.
Agreed.
Anyway, so y'all get out of there and hide out until dawn.
Trix is asleep. She pretty much nodded off after you left her by herself,
It's all good.
sleeping.
Anything becomes of our target?
Where do
Alright,
you,
that's
where,
where
do-
you
where do you
are.
hi- where do you hide out?
The group?
Yeah.
Alphonse's place!
In the morning,
Either that or the tea shop.
in the morning, there's a knocking on your door, and it's Diane.
Hi.
He says, I just imagine this scene out front, in the early morning. It's like, Mrs. Bashir, may I come in?
Yes, coming in.
You have another woman here! This isn't what I meant! Where are my grandchildren?
Where are my grandchildren?
Oy vey. All right. So Diane looks kind of I don't know. Kind of looks tired, like she hasn't slept much
That's
this
alright,
night.
so they're just tricks.
And she says, "Well, you've certainly made this scenario interesting. So you left obvious evidence of break-ins multiple times. So and attacked a church assassin that had been
You don't know that.
that had been tracking you, but at least he died with whatever information he gleaned from you.
He came at me first.
And because of the multiple break-ins, the church isn't especially convinced that he committed any heresy, and it seems more likely to them that someone, else used sorcery there. But there has been one very positive side effect of your shenanigan. Alec Spencer is nowhere to be found. He has
Really?
fled.
Ah!
Hmm.
Nice.
Your burning building trick, that glamour, and he did seem to recognize it was a glamour, I'd take it, spooked him so badly that he has fled and abandoned for, pretty much everything he has. I've received word that he's already on a boat out to probably Elderland or something.
Hmm.
Which by necessity means that, charges against our client Yvonne will be dropped.
Nice.
What do you know?
Thoroughly defeated by the great and powerful Trixanna.
It
She
Who's-
just
didn't
yawns in
completely
between
blow
the
up in our
sentence.
face.
Whose crystal orb is now in possession of the church.
Yeah. She
So-
just lets out this massive yawn in between her sentence.
It's not like you used it anyway.
Well,
So
by
what
the next job, you'll get another one, I imagine.
She'll get just
Mhm.
yeah, she'll just get.
She
another
doesn't
one.
even use it.
It's more of a like just a thing. She doesn't use it, but she's like she likes having it.
And
Right, she'll
leans
just
back
get
in
a
her
new
chair
one.
and says, "It was, I'll admit, very sloppy, but somehow you got the job done. This actually satisfies a pet theory I've been holding on to for a while.
Oh?
Whatever was involved in the Vladov Empire's downfall involved a great deal of mental enchantment. Like you've heard of the Circle Magus?
Yes.
Yes.
Vaguely?
Mm-hmm.
The
Very much.
particular brand of magic that's kept secret.
Magus are like Beguilers, except they're more bullshit.
One way to put it.
Language.
I'm tired.
Really?
Then,
Language?
then stay quiet. You were saying.
I'm going to guess that all of Alex's nervous tics and whatnot were because he was very paranoid of having his thoughts altered, and certainly having his perceptions altered. That his whole building was on fire probably spooked him into thinking that something had found him.
Hmm.
So even though it wasn't any of the results I expected, and he has not exactly found justice, at the very least, Alec is terrified and on the run, not unlike, fleeing from the Empire in the first place, and Yvonne is free.
And everything worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Could have
It's
been
not-
cleaner.
It's not quite justice, but
Well, it's just us.
I don't know. I guess making a horrible man see ghosts once again is, I don't know, as much punishment as you can inflict on a man like that.
I mean, we could have set his house on fire for real.
What will happen to his possessions and other leftover items?
Probably seized by the church in their investigation.
That's fair.
And, if he never returns, then he's probably just took his most valuable items, got on a ship, and is probably going to reinvent himself again in the Elderland.
Well, I'm glad we could be of service at the very least.
I'll admit I'm not satisfied.
Of course not.
And I
In
don't
what way?
Justice?
I was hoping we could put him in prison or make him look insane, or something to satisfy the court so that Yvonne, gets his name back along with his freedom. But I don't know. It'd be naive of me to assume that all of these will magically turn out perfectly. That all the bad guys will always, see justice served to them.
Can't win them all.
But then again, that's childish dreams, or that expectation of right and wrong is why I started this whole thing in the first place, I suppose. Oh well. It's not really your concern, I imagine.
Well, don't give up on those dreams. It's how the future's built.
If you ever need our services again, we're of course always willing to help those we can.
We'll certainly endeavor to be a little more professional.
I am very professional.
Hush.
Well, I'll just be adjusting my expectations going forward.
Always a wise course of action.
At any rate, as usual, the client can't pay you very much, but you did acquire a few valuables from Alexei's house, did you not?
Yes.
Some
indeed.
things were taken. Yes.
That artifact will probably be payment enough for this. So out of character, that'll be 1 XP for the crew,
Yeah.
Woo!
since that was a bonus objective. One general XP. And
What's
yeah. Sorry, what?
No, you go. I can ask later.
No, I'm just rambling.
All I was gonna do was ask how much XP we actually have in total.
I believe this makes 4 general XP and 2 mummers XP.
Nice.
Sounds about right. Because I got 2 and 2.
And yeah, amidst me being very tired and distracted by work, that's the Motherland job.
Yay.
Woo!
That was fun.
Cue the credits.
It was.
Cue the credits.
You people and your grand plan to... Oh, man.
Grand plan to invite everyone to a maid cafe.
Totally worked.
That was good. That part was good. I just kind of didn't like the idea of trying to set this guy's house on pretend fire and the mess we caused with that one. But
I mean, nobody else had a plan, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna use magic.
That is the other thing. It's like, I'm trying to think of some other ways we could do it, but it's like, I need to talk to some people to do this, or talk to him, or do something. I can't, I mean, it wasn't the worst plan ever, but,
Oh, do I get any story progression?
Oh yes, yeah. You get a step forward, a step progress on your story conflict.
Yay!
Do I get one?
Your story conflict
goes crazy.
Right.
That is pretty much just my story conflict. She goes power mad.
You know what?
And then people berate her for it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's try that. Let's try just making that the story conflict. Yeah, put one on yours as well.
Oh, anyone have any influence left?
Yes.
I do.
Because we get to do characters.
We didn't have any characters.
Not really.
Oh, really?
And you haven't had anyone.
The
yet.
only other person who's named is already attached to me.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Well, he's not. You could make him a recurring villain,
but he died.
Yeah, but you used all your heat, so
yeah,
kind of murdered him.
I stole his stuff though. Could I just dress up as a church assassin now? Be more conspicuous in areas I'm already conspicuous in? Actually, no.
Become double inconspicuous.
All the heat.
That heat, by the way, was to introduce a minor villain, and there's a spot on 4 heat where you can basically what was it? It was another group of enemies you are adding to a scene enters the scene aware of and in pursuit of the crew. So it was 12 to introduce that minor villain and 4 to immediately set him on you.
That's fair. So what job did you guys want to do next?
I've forgotten which ones they were. I forgot which one we were on, to be fair.
That list is getting really... That list is getting really small, by the way, Spud.
Yep, it is. I'll be filling it up as soon as the others get a chance.
That's why it's hard to take anything.
I think, the Crimson Lions are doing dry run, and I think...
Didn't they already do that?
No, they were meant to.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I couldn't make that day.
Okay.
And I think Cackling Crows are trying to lock in the most wanted job.
So that leaves
another 5.
2 for 1, last request, new life, till death, Jade Monkey.
Honestly, I'd rather not do the 2 for 1.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Take it.
Well, I'm just listing.
Yeah.
Listing.
But I don't know. I'm not sure how that job would work. The last request and the new life seem interesting.
Help an innocent man
new
flee
life
the city.
job ends up being.
Yeah.
It's that case
like hi.
I need people to get me out of the city. Okay, I'll get
Not
you a
you.
quote. Hi, it's me, the guy. It's me, the person that set your house on magical fire.
The Jade
you
Monkey
don't have to decide right now.
Yeah, but if we don't, we won't.
Over with.
And I kind of want to prioritize getting the other 2 crews in a game.
Yeah. Plus,
'Cause
if we
you've-
wait a
you've-
little bit,
You've technically had
Spud-
2 in a row now.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could wait a little bit and see. Spud might put some new stuff up there.
That's true.
It's just- yeah.
Yeah, basically one more job and I'll be halfway through, so I'll probably repopulate after that.
Cool. So yeah, I say we hold off and wait just a little bit.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
some interesting ideas sort of saved up. I wanted to at least get through like half of the current jobs on the board, though.
I don't know if we can top the nut job, to be honest. Though.
No one can ever top
We
the nut job.
can't top the nut job.
Where am I?
We
Where's
should
my
probably the
idea
Jade
list?
Monkey just in general to keep everything simple. Easy theft.
With this
We're
group,
so bad
nothing's
at
easy.
theft, though.
No, but then at least we're going in and we know exactly what it's kind of supposed to be.
What do we do, and how can we involve hiding in a bush and magic?
So we put a magic show on in the museum.
Magic show.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode, I think.
Sounds
Oh,
like
I thought you had
fun.
stopped recording.
Nope, no. I usually include a bit of the post-game banter.
Tee-hee.
We're really bad at post game banter.
No, we're not.
No,
We
we're
start
not.
planning. That's our post-game planter.
Yeah, it's true.
Planters.
Anytime we're given time to just talk that stuff, poking banter.
Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Tales of New Dunhaven. See you next heist.